Hey, can I get into an Ivy League school? Maybe. Do you have at least a 3.8 GPA and a 1500 on the SAT? Nope. Okay. Do you have any special awards or achievements? It usually helps if you've done 2 or 3 clubs and you win a few competitions. Nope. But I did get Student of the Month last February. Yeah, that's not as impressive as you think it is. Well, do you at least have some kind of special status? Maybe a recruited athlete or a legacy or hardship case? Those people get special consideration in admissions, and it usually allows them to make up for gaps in other areas of their applications. No, but I did meet a guy who went to Harvard once, and he told me to write my essay about how much I hate the letter S, so I think I have this one covered. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Do you want to learn how to actually get into an Ivy League school? Sure. Look, the first barrier to entry at any Ivy League school is a thing called an academic rating. They look at a combination of your GPA, your class rigor, and your test scores, and they use that to figure out if you're actually going to be qualified to do well in the classes there. Now, we can't do anything about your GPA, but if it's not too terrible, we can actually make sure that you get a high academic rating by just getting a super high score on the SAT. That makes sense, but test prep is super expensive. I don't know if I can afford to practice for an exam like the SAT. You can actually do it for free. You know the guy who wrote the Ivy League roadmap? He made a completely free practice site for the digital SAT. It's called Wiz. So if you go there, you should be able to take as many practice tests as you want, and you can get a really high score on the SAT. That's awesome, but what do I do about my awards? I'm applying in a few months. I don't know if I have enough time to do competitions now. We can fix that too. If you don't have awards in traditional competitions, you can actually replace those with a passion project. All you have to do is use your skills and talents to try to solve a problem that's important to you. Now, the trick here is that it has to be a very personal problem, and it's something that you have to put a lot of time and effort into. If it's just some flimsy thing you do the last day before you apply, it's not going to impress anyone. But if you actually spend some time with it, you'll have no problems at all. Wow, that's easier than I thought, but then what should I write my essays about? Your college essay needs to be a thing called a hero story, where you show admissions officers that you used your skills and talent to solve a problem that's super important, and then you give them a really clear vision of what you hope to do in the future. As long as you paint a picture of who you're going to be in a few years that looks really impressive, they're going to love you and they're going to want to vote for you, and then that's it, you're in. Wow, I feel like I could actually do that. If I had known getting into an Ivy League school was this simple, I would have just done this from the start. It's simple, but it's not easy. But don't worry, there's this one guy on TikTok that explains all the hard parts. So as long as you listen to him, you should be fine, right?